Golan-Globus, welcome in. Would you like to take it from there? Would you like to wrap it up from there? The first time you don't interrupt me is when I'm trying to hand the baton off to you to sing your new favorite song.
That's my new. I've always loved "Wrap It Up" by the fabulous Thunderbirds.
Guys,
why do you think I'm wearing a beret right now?
And your styled mustache is so perfect. And you know, people have asked me, as a mustache owner of a lonely mustache, as I say, what's a mustache and what's a moustache? And a moustache is when you have it trimmed like John Waters almost. That is a Waters, that thin. What Murray has right now to honor the fabulous Thunderbirds is the moustache, which is a little bit thicker than the Waters.
Well, gotta do what you gotta do. But Griff!
What?
I got some things to talk about. Before we get into Blaxploitation History Month.
Off to a great start.
Great start. We mentioned this on our last Tippy Tap, which you better have listened to, that apparently you guys, you don't like Blaxploitation, you don't like horror by itself, but when it's combined, you love it.
Or, can I, real quick?
Yeah.
Everybody's now got, since freedom of speech is free again, and we all have our racial slur coupons.
People were rejecting it because they thought we were DEI in it, and they realized that we're just doing movies on merit base.
Maybe they thought that these were DEI movies. Yeah.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're great fucking movies, and you need to honor them. And
so go back in our catalog and listen to them.
Yeah, you got 5 years worth, 4 years worth.
Before we get into Blaxploitation, I got a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah, you got heavy shoulders there.
Yeah.
Sir.
You know how we do something and then everybody jumps on the bandwagon?
Oh, yeah.
Well, apparently there's going to be a 4K release of Gator Bait coming out. And isn't that kind of odd? It just happens right after we do an episode.
You know what's even more disgusting is we've been talking about potato sack fashion, and I was just at a store the other day with Genevieve. Potato sacks everywhere. Oh, well. Yukon Gold, red Idahos, like everything.
I mean, I'm not going to take full credit because I mean the lovely Cerise came up with the episode, but I think
you get part of the blame there, Cerise. Thank you.
Part of the blame.
Well, if you get the credit, you get the blame too.
Well, she's not getting the blame for this story because it's a happy story. They're going to get your 4K release of Gator Bait thanks to us.
That's right.
And a little help from Cerise.
Yeah.
On to other things. We opened up. Usually we open up because one of the greatest things about Blaxploitation Month, I can take the month off, is great theme songs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, there was a instrumental theme song to Blacula Scream.
And it was
but there was not. I wanted words.
Yes.
And I mean, once again, Golan-Globus Theater innovating. Double entendres, Griff. Usually it's a phrase that's meant to be non-sexual, but it has a sexual double meaning. That's hence the phrase double entendre.
Okay.
But we did a reverse one because we opened up with a theme song from the Dark Brothers porno classic Black Throat, which, by the way, helped race relations more than anything because it's about black women sucking white dicks, Griff. So it's like about interracial relationships and bringing the races together.
We need to normalize that shit because this should not be a fetish. So to fetishize that shit is weird.
But also a black throat is what Mamuwalde, a.k.a. Blacula, bites to feed himself. So it is a reverse double entendre where I'm using a sexual song for a non-sexual meaning.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing.
As a porn star, how much vampire porn and sucking of hard dicks is there out there?
I don't know. I don't know anything about
You don't
that.
keep the numbers on that shit?
I don't need to because I'm not porn star.
You were directing and creating. You weren't so much as you were the historian.
I was going beyond that shit, but we'll never know.
We'll never know. We'll never know. Sorry to interrupt.
But getting back to this opening song represents the importance of physical media. How, Tim? How does it? I'll tell you why. Because I
think he took my line there. Yeah. How, Tim? How does it?
Well, yeah. I wanted to open with the Chemical People cover of Black Throat, which is a little more upbeat. It's killer bass line to that song. I got to give it up for the bass line. But it was more upbeat, more rocking, because it was Chemical People. I'm not going to get into them, but I guess I would describe them as the Blink 182 of '80s, like they were a goofy band. They didn't have like serious. They weren't aggressive.
Was there a DeLong in that band as well?
No, there was not.
Listen to Sunday's episode.
So that's if you're wondering what the chemical. I mean, look, I went. The thing is, I wanted that. I have it on cassette tape.
Yes, you do.
Apparently, that's the only way you can find this song because it has been scrubbed from the internet.
Yeah, it's hard to find. You can find a live version. You can't find a recorded.
You can find a live version, which is really shitty.
Yeah.
Which has the guy from Black Throat who also played Fonzie's one black friend, Styx, from the episode of Happy Days.
Where not Fonz, but somebody lose all their money gambling on pool. Or is that just Fresh Prince that happened?
That was Fresh Prince.
That's Fresh Prince.
That was also a very poignant episode because it was about they were gonna have somebody's gonna get. I think Styx was gonna get married, and they were gonna have it at the Cunningham house, and all the racist neighbors like, no, you cannot have a black marriage at this house. If I remember, I haven't seen the episode in like 40 years. So yes, I can still listen to the song because I own the physical media cassette tape of that song. You cannot find it anywhere. So this is why we need physical media. We cannot let the taste of the billionaires, the technocrats, the oligarchs decide what they're going to put on their streaming sites that we can or cannot listen to.
How about, Murray, listen to me. Maybe we do a early episode swerve here. And what you do is you record it on your phone and send it to me. And we have this garbage tape version. Just go ahead and send it to me. Try that. We'll see if
I do have tape players.
Yeah,
still. I have to dig through my tapes. They're in my basement now.
Yeah, if you want to, we'll see if we can get it to work. If you want to, obviously,
it's going to be a horrible quality, but yeah, we could do that.
We can give it a try. It might be better quality than the live version that you're talking about.
Probably.
So let's give that a try. We'll see what we can do with that magic.
Right, well, you'll
hear.
You'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you listen to the beginning of the episode.
We got one big thing to address if you're done talking about the music.
Yeah.
Murray, it's Blaxploitation Month. And I know most of the people don't listen, but we have a certain...
Well, the real ones do.
Yes, of course. There's a certain thing we do for every Blaxploitation Month. Because you can't have a month about black people without at least honoring a white person.
Yeah, that's true.
And so what we do through every Blaxploitation movie, and some weeks it's really hard.
Yeah.
I would argue this movie is kind of hard.
It's super easy.
Well,
slam dunk.
I think it's our age difference here because you see this character very different from me.
I think so.
But last week we forgot to pick one of our good ones.
Well, this is what we do, Griff. We tease stuff and then we forget what we're teasing and we move on.
We teased it so much that we forgot. We got too drunk on our own teasing and we
had a lot of options last week. Even though I think I mean, do we need to even say it? We know who one of the good ones was.
If you listen and you guys actually listen, you know who it was.
It's strange.
Murray, in unison, 3, 2, 1. Dr. Parker's,
the head of the Voodoo Museum from Sugar Hill, who helped our hero Valentine do absolutely nothing because he didn't use any of his voodoo knowledge to help. He broke his leg and was never seen again in the movie.
That's a good point. He never really came to fruition there. But why we chose Dr. Parker's, he was an educator. He was not one of these people. Let me explain your culture. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm just interested in this. Please, come on in. Here's all the books. If you want to have any questions, I can answer them.
He didn't even, watch Valentine to make sure he didn't steal any of the books. He trusted him.
No, exactly. It was fantastic. This is the kind of characters we look for as one of the good ones.
Yeah.
One of the few good white people in, these early movies. So, hey, we got him. And we'll look forward to this week.
Scream, Blacula, scream! Interesting movie. I don't think it's better than the first one.
I can't remember. I remember little bits of the first one.
This is obviously a cash-in off the success of the first one because he dies. And they had to really find a convoluted way to bring him back.
Juju Bones.
We did not know that Juju was a part of vampirism.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just part of black vampirism.
Even
though he's turned into a vampire by a white honky vampire.
Yeah.
very convoluted.
Imagine.
I mean, I like that we added Pam Grier to the situation.
Yeah,
It's always good with
Pam Grier was great in this movie. And, you know, all the pervs out there are thinking, oh, shit, we get to see Pam Grier's tits. No.
Sadly, no.
Pam Grier is doing some
It's a
great...
PG movie.
Yeah, doing some great face acting and stuff in this movie. She does a great job in this movie. And
They all do. William Marshall back as Blacula, king of cartoons for you Pee Wee Herman fans.
Now, he's a fucking good vampire, right?
Yeah, because he was turned against his will by Dracula, who's a bad vampire.
Right. But I just mean, like, he's
punished.
got a gravitas.
Are you saying just the acting? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Like, he's got the great voice and everything.
He's not James Earl Jones level, but he's in that realm.
He is, yeah.
He's like somewhere between James Earl Jones and me. I'd put him there.
Yeah,
He's a little bit better than
You
me.
put him there? Okay. A little bit better than you?
Well, he's got more gravitas. Gravitas comes with age.
Gravitas always comes with age. God damn. Gravitas is apparently going to be the word of the day here.
Yes.
Murray, I got to say, we are in a situation right now. As a podcast, as an entity, as a Merman production.
We are? What's that?
Well, they have, they're coming down on us, personally.
Who are they? The man?
Well, yeah, you could say the man,
Yeah.
and there's only one man.
We are the blackest podcast on the internet.
Well, yeah, we are. No, the Elon, the muskrat. He's coming after
Well, of course.
us.
He already came after me. He stole my dream away. We talked about that 10 minutes ago.
Well, he's not just taking that dream away from you. He's trying to take your other dream away from you, being the greatest podcaster in the world. So they figured out that I have, like, you know, these elaborate mics that we have here, the sweet table we have in front of us.
The Phantom of the Paradise setup we got here.
We've got a Phantom of the Paradise with hologram set up. So actually, when we're describing scenes to you, we're watching the holograms in 3D, break it down, where we can turn the models around and everything. Very Minority Report.
Yeah.
Well, it cost the taxpayers a lot of money, and now they're coming for us. So what we're going to do to offset this, we're inviting you, the audience, one person, one bid of $362,874. Get the chance to sit in and watch the magic happen. Because we are never going to tape this, for video.
We're having a contest?
Yeah, where people just give us that exact amount of money. I just reiterated that I
Oh.
can't do a second time.
You just have to pay us to get on?
They
to
pay
play?
us, and they sit right here with us and watch the magic happen. And then they get
I think that's a good deal. It's better than the Super Bowl tickets.
they get to hang out with us too. And I know. That's
Can't they just hang out with Mattingly?
actually, I think that's a good idea. Just pot them off on it.
I mean, we love you guys. I just want to hang out with you.
I don't want to hang out. That's where
I love you like a friend.
That's where the wrap
Are
it
we
up.
friend zoning our audience?
That's when we get up. We say wrap it up.
You'll take it.
And then Mattingly scoots him off somewhere while we go into my living room.
I remember they did that on Headbangers Ball. They used to have contests, and one of the contests was spend a weekend with Pantera.
Yeah.
So you were gonna like hang out with them for a while, and then they were gonna have a club show that you were gonna be like the VIP at. Okay, so these like classic dirtbag. Like I'm glad they got like genuine metal fans. They look like fucking dirtbag. Like,
Okay, long hair.
guy was wearing like a shirt with a fucking dragon, like Dungeon Dragon print all over.
Hell yeah.
So the other Phil, the singer, nowhere to be seen. But the rest of the guys were super cool with these guys. They took him out. They took him to the fucking Dallas Cowboys because they're the Cowboys from hell. They're from fucking Texas. Took him to Dallas Cowboys facility. They fucking fucked around there. Got him tattoos. These kids are probably like 16, and they got him fucking Pantera tattoos.
That's hilarious.
And they're like being super cool. Like this guy, Vinny, the drummer, he's like, I got these like Air Jordans. I don't like high tops here. You can have like they were being super cool with these guys. Phil douchebag didn't even acknowledge these guys, even when they show because they're like at the concert, not interacting with these guys at all. He's just doing his tough guy routine with the Ricky Rackman, the host. I don't know. I think basically what I'm saying is I'm gonna be the Phil Anselmo of this contest.
You're gonna walk away.
Yeah,
You're
there's a
gonna
camera
leave,
on me. I'll be out. But then I'm like, yeah, hang with Griff.
Yeah.
First of all, they'd want to hang out with you more than me anyway. I'm boring as shit. I don't do anything. So, you'd rather hang out with Griff.
I'll show you how I can juggle. A Millie will bark at you. It's the worst.
I'll just stare daggers at you and go, I got nothing to tell you, kid.
He stared daggers at me for some reason. I don't know why the aggression's already coming out. But we need this money. Because they're going to condemn the house. They're going to come in and forklift it.
Going to condemn it? I think we're already in the condemnment. It's not official.
They're going to, the broccoli hair brats that are stealing all of our information from the treasury and everything, they're going to come in and just forklift this house away.
Yeah, that's a good thing about not having anything. Nobody can take it away from you.
I mean, we were just talking about it. You got that fucking, the chemical people tape.
Yeah, they want that.
They want that.
They want that. By the way, I came over to my sister's house the other day. First thing she says is, Tim, I'm going to start selling pictures of my feet on the internet. I went, okay, go for it. Let's put that out there. That's how a conversation starts with my family.
I went to a family affair with Kayla and her sister who... both internet people, sister, very well off. Kayla, not so much. I listened to them have a conversation about selling feet pics on the internet. And
that's the thing I wanted to tell my sister. A lot of people think they get the best feet in the world. It's like a podcasting game. The foot fetish game. There's a lot of people. Everyone thinks they can. The money. That's what we thought when we started. Like the money's going to Griff. We're going to quit our jobs. We're just going to live off this. We're going to red letter media. We're going to live off. I was going to say we listen to
the competition. We hear the fucking shit they put out there. The
garbage.
Filth, the absolute chum they just throw out there while we're getting into
uninspired. Like they don't even believe in the shit they're saying.
If you haven't already. Sunday, we broke down the pseudonym that David Lynch was writing under before Twin Peaks, and people probably don't even know.
People did not know that David Lynch wrote an episode of Miami Vice, but now you do.
Oh, yeah. And it just so happened to feature one, James Brown, the godfather of fucking soul, born on Christmas Day.
According to our friend Malibu Mike.
I hope he's right about that, because holy shit if he's not.
I'm just saying, hey, you think you got a sexy foot? There's some sexier ones out there. Just do it for the love of the foot fetish, not for the money, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, because you want to talk to the people who are into your feet. I would
never want to.
But you would want to talk to somebody who's a mad fanatic of Road Warrior or something.
I don't know if I'd even want that.
Yeah, you know what? I was going to say, as I was saying it, I was like, no, Murray doesn't want to do that.
I don't want to talk.
Murray wants to spend at least an hour decompressing, just looking at his phone and swiping on some kind of jewel matching game.
It's a jigsaw puzzle.
It's a jigsaw puzzle? Yeah. Okay.
But, I don't, people only realize, I probably talk 75% of the words I use in a week are done on this day. I barely ever talk at all.
There was a good 3 years where that was me too.
Well, that's 50 years for me.
But, Murray, Scream Blacula Scream. We should talk about this real quick because we're going long.
I did not. This is the beauty of the subconscious mind, people. I did not know there was a voodoo tie-in with this. I just knew Pam Grier was in it.
Yeah. And as I was watching, I was like, did Murray accidentally do a double theme month? We're doing horror, blaxploitation, but also voodoo?
I mean, that might be a unfair stereotype that if we're doing black horror, I'm talking about the people who make the movies, it's got to involve voodoo because that's the evil black, no pun intended, black magic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't remember. I forgot all about. Like I said, I just remember William Marshall's. William Marshall's back, Pam Grier's in it. And we love Pam Grier. Got to do a Pam Grier movie.
That's right. And William Marshall is great, and that's why I was asking you. Do you like him as a vampire?
Of course I do.
He's got great gravitas.
He does. He takes it seriously.
I love it. And this plot, it's loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
They have to come up with a weird way. Just like with Friday the 13th or Halloween. It's we killed them 18 times.
Well,
How
at
do we bring
least
him back?
Blacula is a supernatural character to begin with.
Sure.
Well, like Jason and Michael Myers, it kind of get a little weird.
Yeah,
when they were-
yeah. Humans who become supernatural and
Right.
yeah, avatars of some kind of anger or pain, whatever. But yeah, Blacula at least is supernatural. So how does Voodoo get involved with this? Well, his vampire powers have to meet up with Pam Grier's voodoo powers.
Right, she's the voodoo priestess. She's the voluptuous voodoo vixen. Not to be confused with the vicious voodoo vixen, Sugar
Yes.
Hill, from last week.
Yeah, she's more of a student, and she has been studying it the whole
But
time.
she has the most natural power, voodoo power. of
She believes in
anyone
it. Whereas,
that-
I'm sorry to say this about Sugar Hill, and I felt bad about saying it last week too. It's just she adopted it for a revenge.
means to an end.
She is a JD Vance of voodoo.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to say that. Like, I really want to like Sugar Hill as a character. I love Baron Saturday.
Yeah, Baron Saturday.
I loved Baron Saturday. But yeah, Sugar Hill was phoning it in. She was a convert late in life only because, you
She
know,
needed the help.
she got a shit.
It's like there's no atheists in foxholes. You know, when you need God, that's when you find God.
Thank you.
When you
Beautiful
burned
way to
every
say it.
bridge, when you have nobody, then you turn to God.
Whereas Pam Grier is clearly like a great representation
Well,
of
she
voodoo.
was. We learned that she was hoeing on the streets, but she was living on a rough life until Mama Muwalde found her.
Yeah.
because she probably saw her aura. Was it purple?
It was purple.
And says that she got the Loa in her, which we'll get into.
We'll get into that. So it's a loose plot. It's a meandering movie.
But here's the thing. There was a lot of searching houses, much like Sugar Hill last
Yeah.
week, where we could have used to strengthen the bond between Pam Grier and William Marshall. Maybe they were worried about the age difference. Like, maybe William Marshall's like, no, it's
But
too weird.
It's vampire, though. It's vampire.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, William Marshall, because like you said, he's a sophisticated gentleman. He has gravitas. He's like, no, she's much too young for my character.
Maybe. He's not going full Sean Connery. Like,
Right.
I'm a 60-year-old man,
So it's
and she's
gonna-
20.
Yeah, he said, we're not going to fucking throw down. We're not going to fuck.
We're not going to throw down. We're not going to throw genitals? Is that what the
Yeah,
kids call it
slap
nowadays?
Genitals.
Slap genitals.
Slapping genitals is what they call it. Very cunty.
Very cunty. Oh, my God.
All right.
Murray, please.
Let's get into this trailer for the blaxploitation horror classic Scream, Dracula, Scream. And wrap it up.
Scream, Blacula, scream. The Black Prince of Darkness, Blacula, recalled by the awesome powers of voodoo to stalk the earth on a new quest for blood. William Marshall, again, as the Lord of the Vampires, in a relentless search for Pam Grier, the exciting star of Coffee. I need you! Blacula, Dracula's soul brother, seething with hate, obsessed with vengeance.
The name is Blacula!
Scream, Blacula, scream. Rated PG.
Whoop, I'm going. Oh, my God. That was bad stuff.
Take two.
Welcome back on Glory's great trailer. Oh, you love that. You know what's been great too? I've been able to find like 50-second long trailers.
Yeah.
Because I want that and you want that.
Yeah, because you guys want to hear us so badly.
You want the voices. You want to hear Murray belt out Godsmack's voodoo.
Well, yeah, you made me listen to that. That's when that was Griff's downfall. That's when when Griffin started.
That was when the Griffin started.
Griffing started.
Griffing. Verb of Griffin.
Okay. Start out. I think we're at a funeral. We just have a dead body on a couch.
Yeah, it was a classic funeral because the living room used to be where people would pass away and the family would all come around to mourn them, and that's what we have happening
So
here.
you wouldn't even put him in a coffin. You just want to slam him out on the couch.
No, you all gather around. Think about this. Wouldn't you want to die this way? With all your friends and family watching you as you croak.
Was she dying? I thought she was dead.
Mama's dead.
Never again will she hold my hand.
That beautiful little jingle, by the way, given to us by a blaxploitation movie.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
James Brown. It was Black Caesar. I want.
Black Caesar. No?
Maybe. Fuck.
I
don't
can't,
know.
guys. We can barely remember the movie we did last week, so don't even.
Yeah, that was like 5 years ago. All right, so Mama Walde, not to be confused with Mamu Walde, Prince Mamu Walde, aka Blacula.
Yes.
She is dying. She's a voodoo priestess. Apparently, this movie takes place in L.A. I mean, not Louisiana. Here's the thing.
Please.
It's supposed to take place in Louisiana. Initials L.A. Because it's obviously filmed in L.A.
I see
so
what
they
you did
get
there.
away with it.
I like this about voodoo priestesses, though, is that they still have very fine-tuned wills. Like, there is no, I honor you with a scar or tattoo or something to make you the successor to me. They do go to a will.
Yeah, they get it notarized.
They get it notarized. Stephen P. knew.
They pass on the juju. So, all right, that's the thing.
And
We
they just passed the
we
juju
got
button?
her cult around her with her successor, Lisa. Lisa? Was that Pam
Yeah,
Grier's
that was
name?
Lisa, yeah.
Who is obviously distraught. Like, she doesn't care about, getting the Loa, which is voodoo spirit is what a Loa is.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And her Mama Walde, her no good son Willis, he can't wait to get his hands on the Loa. He's gonna be fucking feeling it up.
Look here, people, I am the new Papa Loa. My mama didn't leave a will, which means the successor goes to the next of kin, which is me, Willis. Which we know Willis.
What you talking about, Willis, is what Justin says.
Yeah. Well, to take it a step further above this movie, we know Willis from last week's movie.
Another connection.
Yeah.
Valentine, the ineffective cop from Sugar Hill, plays Willis, the minion of Blacula.
Correct.
In this movie, and he got rid of the afro, and he's got the nice pressed hair. He's got the straightened hair.
Yeah, he's got James Brown hair.
Yeah,
Very
does.
James Brown. That's another connection
Betty
to
Davis
Sunday.
eyes, James Brown hair.
Woo, that is a combination.
So they're like, the cult's like, her successor was Lisa. Fuck that bitch.
Willis is Loa.
And then Justin, the boyfriend of Lisa, fucking regulates. He pins him on as well. Look, man.
Whoa. You know what? We talked about this while I was watching the movie while editing an episode that I just released because this is a very busy Sunday that we're
Super
having.
Bowl
It's
Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday, and we need a
We're hoping that Bane shows up and blows up the field.
Okay, you know what we're going to get is Elon falling in on a goddamn parachute in the middle of the game. We're not going to get Bane. We're going to get Elon. And I hate you for cursing us with that because the only thing worse than this football game is Elon's fucking everything. Anyways, what we were talking about is the levels of Lookman because, no, it doesn't just start at Lookman. There's listen, and there's also hey. But look, man, is the pinnacle.
You mean business when you say look, man. Like, shut up and listen.
Yeah, look, man is the ultimate move.
And it works. He backs down because the cult is like, no, we're going to vote. I don't care whether it's unconstitutional or not. We're still a democratic cult here.
Yeah.
And we're going to vote. And we're not going to you can bring Cyber Ninja. It's going to be, nothing's going to be wrong with this vote. All right.
Well, they're not, it's interesting. They're completely in the woods of L.A., Los Angeles, Louisiana. You decide for yourself. But they do have an elaborate computer system with a Cesar Chavez sticker on the machine. And they don't do paper ballots.
And here's the irony. They got I voted stickers with a Blacula on it.
That's
Instead
so
of a
good.
Wolfman, which I never got. I'm still pissed off
I'm
about that.
I'm sorry.
I think my vote was wasted.
It was.
Yeah, technically was.
It was.
So he backs down, but no, he doesn't back down because he meets up with the character named Ragman. He's never. I just saw Ragman in the credits. I'm like, that's got to be Ragman.
Yeah.
He's a homeless, crazy guy, aka Voodoo Priest. Apparently, they make some kind of illusion. Maybe Mama Walde stole his cult from him and his power, his Loa. He's got Loa testosterone.
He does have lower testosterone.
So
Talking about keeping it up at an old age.
I can still do it. And
He
so-
left. I just want to say about Willis. He left the party going, all right, everybody. I'm so sorry. I'll allow the process to take place. And that was when Ragman
He
picked
runs
him
to
up.
Ragman, who's just like in a fucking alley somewhere.
We were talking the other day about how Louisiana does not have basements. This man has a basement with a dirt floor that he has lock boxes like littered about.
Digs up a lockbox, pulls out a sack. I'm like, oh my God, is that Damien? Jake's Snake, Robert Snake?
Yeah.
No. It is, we learn later, the bones of Blacula. How this guy got a hold of him, I don't know. But he's it. I got to believe Mama Walde stole his cult because he wants revenge on her, and he's going to use Willis to do it.
You know what's very interesting? Do you remember the first Castlevania game for Nintendo?
I think I did play it once.
Classic. Well, then they're like, we're going to do a sequel. How do we do the sequel? You go out and gather Dracula's bones.
Okay.
And then you resurrect Dracula
Do you kill him as the final boss?
so you can kill him with voodoo.
I didn't know this movie was so inspirational. So he gives the bag of bones to Willis and gives him the instructions. All right. So Willis goes home.
I like this. We're not kidding with these notes here. He literally slaps into his hand a CVS receipt worth of instructions.
Yeah. And so he gets everything prepared. He's got like a dove in a cage or something.
He does, yeah, he did.
And he's got the bones laid out on a blanket. And
He's Willis has like a mansion to himself.
he's like house sitting for somebody.
Oh, he's house
something
sitting?
like that.
Okay.
Like because they mentioned like some guy's out of town.
Okay. I thought I was confused about why he had all this space, but because he just takes the den and starts a fire pit in it. And yeah, with bones. I can't get my fire to start. This man gets monster bones to just start
Vampire
up.
bones. Yeah.
Vampire. Well,
Well, first you don't do the ritual. You got to get the dove, and he humanely breaks its neck first before he slashes its throat.
Sure.
Pours it in, pours the blood on the skull.
Taste it a little bit to make sure it's pure.
Yeah,
You can't have. It's got to be a virgin dove.
and then he's doing virgin dove.
Is something wrong with that? Did you not know it had to be a virgin dove?
Do birds fuck? I don't
Of
know.
course birds fuck.
I'm still the jury's still out. Do birds have dicks? I've never seen a bird dick. I'm not asking a serious
Hasn't
question.
the show Mike Tyson's Mystery taught
gonna
you?
look this up.
Murray is looking this up
Do
right now.
birds have
I have an elaborate bird feeding system
Do
right out our window,
birds
and we
have
watch the birds eat and
dicks?
fuck and shit
No!
constantly.
Most birds do not have penises, but a small percentage of bird species do. So how do they procreate? There's a diagram of a rooster fucking a hen here.
Maybe the females can just produce
Whoa.
the eggs.
That's a weird looking dick on that animal.
Oh my god!
Do birds get erect? It does not get erect during copulation. The ones that have the dicks. Wow, I'm learning some shit.
You could be sitting.
What do birds do when they get wet? I'm not getting into that.
You for $367,862, you could have been sitting in
Hearing that
while Murray
live.
pulled out his phone to look up bird dicks. You could have been right there, and we
They
sit.
don't have them. That doesn't exist.
And as you know, as we've described on this show before, we sit basically on each other's laps.
So I
You would
guess
be on our lap.
since birds don't have dicks, every bird is a virgin, technically.
They're all incels. They can't get it.
Can't get it up. They just said that. They can't get their dicks up.
Oh my god.
You're welcome.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he pours. Then he starts doing the prayer.
Zombie.
Voodoo, voodoo,
Oh, yeah, there we go. You see, you're just happy I gave
first
that
of all,
to you.
we're joking about this. When Griff forced me to listen to it, he knew every word of that Godsmack song.
I opened
that god
up,
awful Godsmack.
Oh,
song.
my God.
So, come on, sing it for him.
I'm not the one so far. Karaoke's my jam. So far away when I feel the snake bite into my veins.
There you go. He sang.
Little sample.
Willis was singing that, and it made the fucking bones ignite on fire.
Oh my God. Oh.
And then they go out, and he's like, "Fuck, it didn't work."
Meanwhile, we check in on our Lisa, Pam Grier.
Yeah, she is. Like, it was like I think Justin was sleeping, or she was. It was at the body. She was still at the funeral, right? Because she was like on her knees, I remember.
Yeah.
And she like wakes up, and she has a premonition.
Oh yeah, she was sitting by Mama Walde. Mama Walde, not Mamu Walde.
Yes.
Mama Walde. She's sitting by Mama Walde. Mama Walde.
Watching over body, because that's what she does in this movie. She watches over dead bodies for some reason.
Yeah, they keep some things consistent here.
And she has a premonition. Something bad is occurring.
Willis has, of course, wrapped up, and he's sitting down. And, well, Murray, when you've got a great thirst, you get a
Don't
great,
let the smooth taste fool you.
You get a great beverage. And, guys, I'm sorry. This is just what's in the movie. Colt 45.
Yeah. And he's just having a nice libation. And then we see a silhouette, a very Blacula-ish silhouette of Blacula.
Yeah.
Amazing how not only did he come back body-wise, his clothes came back.
Absolutely. Good threads. In
We
fact,
could have had a great like Terminators like scene where William Marshall comes out naked. We see the shadow of his dick flapping around. I get Blaculas have dicks. Birds don't. Blaculas do.
Blacula absolutely do.
BBC.
Oh, boy.
Big Blacula cock.
Not to be confused with BBTs.
Big booty Trudies.
Judy's Sunday people. Listen to
Go
Sunday's
listen to that
episode.
tippy toe.
But here's the thing. I love that idea. That is a 1,000,000% idea. And this is why people like us should be fucking producing, directing, you know? Not the idiots and the shareholders. People like us.
It's all the oligarchs and nepo babies get to do this shit now.
I know we were inspired by Arnold and Terminator and Joe Coleman yelling at us about his dad yelling to his mom about Arnold's giant schlong 4 inches from the ground. But still, we would have known. We would have known. We would have done a scene
So
like that.
Blacula, he's returned from the grave, so he must feast. And the only thing he has to feast on is poor Willis.
Oh, God. And it's like walking in and finding, like, boiled cabbage or some shit. Just like, ugh, all right.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
You got to do what you got to do.
So he sucks Willis dry, and then we hit the credits.
Good, you know, you mentioned this at the top half. We're used to getting a good theme song. We just get an instrumental.
Yeah, we had some interesting minimalistic animation. You see some bats
Not
turning
sure how
into
that
men and all that shit, and we see close up of Blacula's face, and then pull it away, and then close up.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Willis wakes up, no worse for wear. He's got a party to go to, an African art party with his lady Denny.
Right.
So he's got his suit on, and then he's got to check. It's like Blacula's just chilling in the living room.
Yeah, he's just hanging out on the Chase Lounge, just relaxing, eating some grapes and shit, and Willis goes up to the mirror and he put all of his clothes on. And of course, he can still see himself put clothes on, but he's got one long mirror. He keeps it in the living room.
As you do.
As you do. That's where you fuck. You know, you want to look at yourself while you fuck.
Right.
And so he goes down there and checks it out. And he's like, "What? I can't see.
Are
this."
you jiving, man? A man's got to see his face. Be quiet. No, man, I got to go. How do I look, man? You look beautiful. Well, I got to go to an African art party with my girl, Danny. She's going to lose her shit.
You will go nowhere.
No.
No.
You are my slave. You will do as I say. You serve me. Don't dare to disobey me. I will pull your worthless life out.
We got some nice flashbacks here. We're just
Yeah,
looking
if
back,
you're one of those people that doesn't go back to the source material.
those people.
Okay, I'll knock that off my.
Yeah, that's
40.
one of your. How many coupons you got there?
I go through them like it. I'm done by noon.
Well, last week you used them all on your ride over here, so
Yeah,
I
well,
had to
there's
use.
a lot of traffic.
I let you borrow a couple.
So, what was I thinking about? Oh, so I mean,
Flashback to the first movie.
Willis is a bitch, so he kowtows, says, "I will do what you say, master." And then we get a flashback to catch you up, even though this movie probably came out a year after fucking Blacula came out. And it's just the scene where Count Dracula turns him into Blacula and says, I will dub thee Blacula. For some reason, Dracula's eyes are bleeding blood. I don't know. Go see a doctor, Dracula.
But we come back to modern times, and we see that Will's got a good friend group. He's got a white girl. He's got a black friend. You know, it's a DEI crew. And you know how we feel about that in Musk World.
Elaine and Lewis show up because they're going to take him to the party. So we spend 10 minutes of them searching this gigantic house, looking. And Lewis goes upstairs. Elaine is downstairs. Pretty cool scene where they're supposed to make it look like Dracula's like flying at him. Like, he's probably on like a cart or something. They're pushing him. He's like,
You're right. They did a good job of this.
Jumps in, well lit. He jumps on Lewis, puts the bite on him.
Elaine hears it, of course, so she comes running in, shrieks out when she sees what's happening.
Not because they're vampires, because they're black. But she's trying to get better. But, old habits die hard.
I mean, they only shared popcorn at a movie theater recently, so, she took that next
She's trying to step out of her comfort zone. She grew up in the suburbs. She don't know shit about the streets. So she's trying to learn. And so she faints. And I guess that's a good way if you're going to die by vampire, to faint.
Yeah, to be passed out. That's like the natural...
Possum.
What? Possum, sure.
She's a possum.
Dude, I got to watch a possum running up and down my house the other day.
Sounds exciting.
It is exciting.
And if you, for $387 whatever dollars, you can watch it too.
You could be watching Griff's possum run up and down the street.
So he allows, because Willis is not fed yet, so he allows him to feed on Elaine. He's like, way women taste like mayonnaise.
Well, what I like about this too is Willis. We mentioned it before. He's full James Browning it as a vampire. He's got the fucking early James Brown.
You mean Lou DeLong?
Lou DeLong, yeah, that's right. Yeah, not to be confused with Tom DeLong.
Not to be confused with Lude and Long.
Not to be confused with Lude and Long.
Lude and Long, which was my porn name.
Which was I have had a record. You get a different porn name, like Paul Francis or something.
Okay.
Very simple.
So, Willis feeds on her. Apparently Blacula's, I'm just going to say it, because thankfully he's referred to as Prince Mamuwalde, if at all, during this movie.
Correct.
But, so I'm going to call black vampires Blacula's.
Okay.
So Blacula's, when they get Blaculafied, for lack of a better word, they get big pork chop sideburns. They get hair on their face. I mean, are they werewolves?
Well, that's the thing about Mamuwalde is that when he is not repressing his vampirism, he gets like crazy facial hair too.
They get the crazy eyebrows like Donald Trump.
Yes. So it seems to be some kind of symptom of being a Blacula.
Oh my God, is Donald Trump a Blacula? He does have a dark complexion.
Yeah. He hinges forward like black vampires
do. He's got gigantic eyebrows.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's worse than we thought. All right, so we go to the party, and Denny is like, where the fuck is that no good African-American Willis at?
You heard Denny. The name in IMDb was Debbie.
It's not. It was Denny. I heard it.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was Jenny at first,
yeah.
but no, it's Denny.
I kept hearing Denny, but I was like, hey, IMDb tells me it's Debbie.
Well, they don't know shit. So they're like, shit, after the shit that went down with Justin earlier today, because this is Justin's party. Like, he ain't showing up. He's a bitch. We all know that. So downstairs, Justin is showing off his new African art, like a jewelry collection to Lisa.
Yup, and Lisa's loving it. She loves learning about, culture, history. I mean, all this shit is traveled from like Africa or something. So
he's like trying to mansplain to her. See, this is this and that, and then excuse me, you're completely wrong. And then all of a sudden, Prince Mamuwalde shows up. He's crashed this party.
Yeah. Well, Willis told him about it. But yeah, you're right. He's crashing it, but Willis told him about it.
And he proceeds to Blacula explain what really, because I think he's alluding that is actually his jewelry.
You wouldn't happen to have the matching necklace that goes along with that necklace, would you, young man?
A matching necklace to a necklace?
I know. It doesn't make sense, but that's what he was talking about.
But I think the scene was to allude to it's his jewelry.
Yes.
because
Justin's, right?
it belonged.
Or are you saying
Justin's belonged to Blacula in his previous life because he's like this necklace belonged to a very well hung prince from the Muga Booga area. I'm sorry, I apologize for that.
Coupon.
There you go.
That
One
might be
demand.
2. You might get one.
You know what? I'll take 3. I'm taking off for that one. But just like Lisa, I mean, we know that one of the powers of vampires, both black and white, is cocksmog. They can turn into it literally.
They literally can turn into cocksmog. Yeah.
So Lisa is like lavender, leather, cedar, and notes of Dutch cocoa.
What?
That's what cocksmog smells like. Have you ever wondered? That's what cocksmog.
I like that you give away the recipe, but you never give away the ratios.
Well, you can't. It's not a recipe. It's a natural emission. This is what I smell like. I'm sorry.
Well, I know. It's just there's a whole perfume industry, and it's fucking expensive. Le Lobos, man. Like, Genevieve drags me to those store. Well, drags me. We've gone to a store. $300 for like 3 ounces for that shit. If they could hammer down the cocksmog.
No, there has to be a.
It's a natural thing from your body.
Yeah.
You can't fake that shit.
Pheromone.
Yeah. I know Elon's going to tell you can fake it because Elon's wearing that shit all over his dick. Maybe that's what Grimes. Her name's Grimes.
Yeah.
Her name's Grimes.
Yeah.
She's into fake masculine people is what I'm trying to say.
She's into what kind of mask?
Fake masculine
Yeah,
people.
fake tough guys, yeah.
Fake tough
she,
guys.
She laid down at least twice for fucking Elon. One kid they talk about, one's a hidden kid or something. She's Canadian.
Oh, they're just
Enough
strange.
said.
Oh, is that the bridge to the 51st?
Well,
state?
they'll become real people when they become the 51st state. By the way, because we have some Canadian listeners. I apologize.
I'm so sorry, guys.
We love you guys. We share a border right across the Detroit River is Canada. We get CBC here in Detroit.
We used to. We don't get it over in 10 anymore. Canada stopped it. I don't know how they did it, but they stopped it. Or maybe it was American, but I can't watch CBC because I would love to watch Hockey Night in America sometimes. Just pop a hockey game on. No, they stopped it. But yeah, popping over, Toronto. I wanted to fucking get up to Montreal. No, I have to go through the jumps and hoops now. You know how many times they want to check your butthole when you try to cross the border now?
That's why I never go to Canada.
It's insanity. They probe it like they're in the Miami Vice missing hour episode.
So, yeah, we apologize. We love you, Canada. We got no problem.
How
exactly. How can you hate a Canadian? They're so, they're so they don't fuck with anybody.
They're strange folks. I mean, the last Canadian that I really got to interact with drove an hour from Canada, like Windsor area, into Ann Arbor to work with us. And I was like, stop driving in here 5 days a week. You're stupid. And he was just like, yeah, I am.
And then he offered you some Canadian bacon, which we call ham.
Thank you. All the maple syrup I have in my fridge is from him. He gifted it to me because
It's good for tossing salad, by the way. I prefer that over jelly.
It's hard to keep in one spot. It's runny.
You gotta work your tongue, Griff. Work it out.
You gotta have like an infinity pour situation.
That's not like you're right. Jelly is the lazy man's tossing salad condiment.
Well,
because
when in prison,
there.
Well,
when in prison, you use what you got.
Yeah, you.
But I'm just saying, when you're out in the outside world and you want to toss a salad.
Yeah, like I
prefer maple syrup.
Yeah, if you're into the tossed salad, when you get outside, maple syrup is the way to go. Real maple syrup.
Well, they might be tariffing our maple syrup now. We might not be able to get it anymore.
Oh yeah, I saw that they wanted to put a 40,000% tariff on maple syrup.
Getting back to Stream Black Screen.
Lisa is being asked to show Blacula some more pieces around the house.
Remember, this is the 70s, so even though it's Black Power, women, you still do what we tell you to do. So he's like, why don't you show him some of my stuff?
They try to pawn it off on the fact that she is also incredibly interested and would be able to speak well of the art. So I got to give them some props there. It wasn't just like, what's the host's name? Johnson?
Justin.
There it is. I'm sorry.
about his
Me and
dick.
names, I do great. Yeah. But he was just like, she's basically the second most interested in the art.
Okay, we had a scene, just the earliest scene, where we had Willis bitching about he can't look in a mirror. Blacula passes by multiple things to cast reflections, and we see his reflection. Yeah. So you got to be a little more tighter on it, people. I understand this movie's probably filmed in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's hard when you're working with film as opposed to digital, where you probably could easily, work for.
So they go off to a room, and she's like, "God, you must be an expert." Like, no, I'm just an amateur. I just love African art.
That's all I am. And she's like, "You look great. I've never really seen you around the campuses."
She's like, no, she says, like, I feel like I've met you before. And he's just like, no, I don't think so.
I am much, 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 much older than I appear to be.
And then as they're about to fuck, probably, Danny busts in.
Yeah, Lisa.
She cock blocks.
Lisa constantly
because all the women want to fuck Blacula. By the way, they all smell in that smog.
She gets lost into his eyes constantly, and this is the first time because he's like, "Mom, you are staring at me."
Then he comes into cock block. She's like, Justin needs to see you, Lisa. She's like, okay, I'll go. And
then he steps in to chat with Blacula, Mama Wade.
He notices a voodoo doll.
Yeah. They're in a room with more art.
And she's like, oh, yeah, that's just Justin's voodoo doll. It's pretty freaky,
I can't tell you that much about it, but, if Lisa came back or Justin, they could tell you everything you want to know about it.
So they go rejoin the party. They're just hanging out, and Lisa is talking about voodoo, like her voodoo experience. She's like, yes, I do study under a voodoo priestess. She'd recently passed away. She saved my life, And
he's got a great deal of interest in it because he has a proposition for her. Well, he doesn't get to the whole proposition quite yet.
She's fucking lost in his eyes. She's just
again with the staring. She keeps getting lost in him.
As they're about to fuck again, another interruption. A friend of Lisa's, Gloria, drops a glass and cuts her hand.
Yeah.
And then we get that scene. You always got to have that scene in a Dracula movie. Someone cuts himself. He's like he wants to attack her, and then he chills out.
One of the things they do in this movie is he watches Justin pour a glass of wine, and just the deep red of the red wine. He's like, oh my God, I got a feast right now.
Well, yeah, that's what the punishment Dracula said in the beginning. It's an insatiable hunger. You can't control yourself. It's not just like us, we just eat whenever, we can go, I'll eat later.
I mean, we're eating right now as we record.
So, Justin asked Blacula, hey, can you come back, tomorrow? I got some more jewelry I need to check out. I would be delighted, young man.
But you will have to wait till night. I am not a day person. You know about coffee? Because I don't.
I do, Pam Grier.
Pam Grier. Oh, there we go.
We did it last year. So Gloria is taking her room with Denny to get her hand looked at.
We watch. My notes kind of skipped over this a little bit, but we watched Blacula leave.
Yeah,
supposedly,
he leaves and then immediately goes back in the house.
He
sneaks in a back door.
He does the Irish goodbye into the Spanish Inquisition hello, where he sneaks up at the upstairs window.
And he's because he's losing control, he's got to have that blood. It's been literally 3 hours since he's fed.
That's right. I mean, he's been asleep for a year.
Gloria's sitting in front of a vanity, fixing up her makeup, and she's still look at that cut hand. And then she turns around, and he's all full on Wolfman Jack.
Yep.
Texts her, drains her dry.
And we go back down to Justin talking to a friend about how being a publisher pays more than his old cop job.
You gotta let the little, let him know that he's a cop. He's got connections. This is what this scene is for.
And so he's downstairs in the living room talking up shop and everything when Gloria comes stumbling down the stairs, and we just go outside where an ambulance is arriving.
Well, we see Blacula leave, and there's a fucking crackhead hanging outside, and he turns into a bat, and he sees it, and he's like, oh, my God,
Anyways.
So, here's the thing. Okay, this is where we meet Harley, who, to me, best candidate for one of the good ones. He used to work with our boy Justin when he was a cop.
Okay.
So, they have history together.
It's true. I would say it's a tumultuous relationship.
I don't think so at all. I think they respect each other, and
There is some
because
respect.
there's banter back and forth. It's not like just Harley's just talking shit to Justin. He gives it back.
Yeah, you're kind of right about that. Where it is still a there's tension there, but it doesn't seem to be racially based. It seems to be that he wants to be an awful cop.
No, I think
Justin is pushing him to be a good cop.
I think there's tension because he feels like you left me hanging. Like you quit the force. Like we were a great team. We were fucking Riggs and Murtaugh. But before we get to that, Blacula
there was just a Scientology commercial on for the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, of course. Blacula just flies like a couple blocks and stops in the middle of L.A., Louisiana, to just do some window shopping, which I can clearly see his face in the reflection of the windows, but
This is where me and Blacula really relate. I want a walkable fucking street. And he was like, maybe I can find
he didn't have cars last time. He was like,
That's
so
a
he
good
doesn't
point.
know the luxury of a Cybertruck.
Thank you for bringing it back to Elon the muskrat.
That's what he would want.
God damn
There's going to be some Elon commercials during this.
There's got to be.
Some Doge ones.
We're going to see him parachute
They
into
are.
this football game. During the Kendrick halftime show, and he's going to
Hey, guys, it's just me with this weird South African accent.
He's going to jump up and do the X. Maybe
How are you?
Maybe he'll do some heart salutes.
Elon. Would you like to hear me rap?
Fuck you, Kanye. I'm the real Nazi.
I did not see that.
Damn it. You know what I'm talking
impregnated. Yeah, he's impregnated many women. But is any woman crazy enough to be in a relationship with him?
Elon or Kanye?
Well, both. But no, I'm talking about. No, I've actually seen Kanye with women.
Yeah,
I never see Elon with women. I know he has multiple bastard children
Yeah.
sprinkled around the world.
There's no way.
And no one's like. It's like that's
No
the weird.
one-
That's the weird thing about women. It's like, well, I want money, so I will allow you to impregnate me, so I can get a check for 18 years. But I will not be seen in public with
To be
you.
fair,
That's
and-
how loathsome Elon Musk is. Yes, I will actually have a child. I will let you insert your penis into my vagina.
Yeah.
But I will not be seen with you in public.
Yeah.
That says it all right there about Elon.
I will say, if guys could get pregnant, there'd be plenty of guys lining up
Oh yeah,
To get-
there's more guys that want to suck his dick than women.
to get the top earner in the world.
He's the dream that all incel computer coder losers aspire for. Like they think they want to be him because that's what he is. If he didn't have his daddy's money, he would be those guys.
You got a little bit twisted there. His audience is like 13 to 18-year-olds at this point. He's that stupid.
Well, he
has burned the bridges. There is older people, but his core audience is very young.
The older people, he burned the bridge because he lied about playing video games. But no, you're right because he has the emotional maturity of a 12-year-old.
Exactly.
Boy.
And so that's the audience he keeps picking up on, which is funny because that's the audience people want to get, is they want to get the younger crew so they can indoctrinate them into their stupidity.
Maybe we need to do that. We need to Poochie this.
We're not.
Poochie this show.
You know what, Murray? We're incredibly intelligent. We're not that intelligent, though. That's why Elon is so much, just years beyond us.
Blacula's walking the streets of L.A., Louisiana, and he stumbles upon a woman of the night, and he is my lady. He doffs his fedora.
Come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar.
The power of fucking Crazy Town. I think that's why everyone listened to Sugar Hill last week. They just sensed that Crazy Town.
They sensed we were going to open with it, yeah.
We did.
We did.
So she's like, hey, I'll suck your dick. And he's like, well, that's highly irregular, because he's like a guy from the 1800s or something.
You got to take a lady out and you got to court her and everything. And he's just like, Mom, my dick will stay nice and dry tonight, thank you. I will be on my way, which I have said so many times.
That's one of the horrible things about being a vampire. Dry dick.
You got dry dick all the time.
Yeah.
Your skin's just like shedding off you. It's so dry. Yeah.
So he says, I will be away from you, my lady. She's like, pfft.
Just so happens he continues down that road, and yes, they set up the camera in the worst way possible, so we're just seeing his reflection in every window as he's walking by, and he comes up to two fucking uppity pimps.
Markdown. You call them uppity. Markdown.
Uppity is
yeah.
That's a rough one.
Yeah,
that's
it is.
All
Yeah.
right.
You only use the word uppity when you're talking about certain somebody.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, "Hey man, what's the matter? You don't like women's? You don't like my ladies? I'd like this, man. It's a partnership of pimps. Like they're two guys pimping one lady.
Look, we did. What was our big pimp movie? Oh, we thought a few big pimp movies, but what was
Big
the one
pimpin'.
with the Council of Pimps?
No, the back.
The Mac,
Yeah.
and they had the one guy,
Milky Way.
Milky Way. Thank you.
That was Willie Dynamite.
Willie Dynamite is what I was thinking of
Yeah.
because they all try to socialize their evenly spread
consolidate.
and it was Willie Dynamite who was like, "Fuck you,
Yeah,
I'm so good." Meritocracy #1. These guys were the ones who socialized.
Hey man, give me some of that bread.
I see the cunty drip you're dripping. So I'm sorry, Gen X. This is Gen Z language here. So he's basically saying, not only do you look so fucking
What's the
good,
phrase again? Cunty drip, you're dripping?
cunty drippy drip. So drip is another word they use for fresh clothes because they're seeing his drip, his clothes, and they're just like, you fucking look like you went down to not Sears Roebuck. You went to
Montgomery Ward?
Montgomery Ward, J.C. Penney. His clothes are expensive, is what they're trying to say.
They were. And hand over the bread, Jack. I do not have this bread you speak of.
I don't know about this.
And he's like, well, we're going to fuck you up, man. You are no better than the slave masters that your ancestors have. You pimp that woman out.
That's your sister you're pimping out.
And guy gets in his face. He just throws him against a wall.
The budget for people going through sugar glass walls in this movie out of this world. Like 45 people get thrown through glass.
A guy, he pulls a switchblade. You got to have that scene where a street guy pulls a switchblade.
Got him.
Didn't he stab Blacula? And Blacula does no sells it.
Laughs at him.
And it slams him into a door. Blood splatters on the door.
But we go to the next morning where, well, actually, no, I think it was still
At night, Gloria. Okay, they explain her blood had been completely drained. She stumbles into the How do you fucking exist without any blood in your body?
I don't know. Maybe she's one of those people that just runs on piss and vinegar.
So when a cop doesn't have a lead, the lead is the nearest black person, and that's Lisa. So he's like, hey, you do that voodoo shit. Only thing I know about voodoo is two things. You like snakes, and there's a weird-looking snake bite on her neck, and you freaks love drinking blood. So 2 and 2 together, you did it.
Look, woman, snakes are to voodoo what cows are to Hinduism. And you voodoo freaks love drinking the blood.
It's you. You did it, Gloria. Not Gloria, Lisa. You put the bite on your fucking friend.
And of course, Lisa's like, Justin, can you get this guy off my fucking back? You know I didn't get involved with any of this bullshit.
If any beef I have is with Willis. It ain't with Gloria. And then he's like, yeah, we'll get a phone call. Yeah, we'll get back there later. Hello? Hey, Justin, can you help me out? I know you're not a cop anymore, but we got a couple more bodies.
That's right.
So they go there, they check the bodies, same snake bite marks. This is a voodoo cult killing, dude.
That's right. And we jump over to the next morning. Lisa's out having she took herself out for a brunch date.
Mimosa.
This is what strong, independent women do, Murray. And, yeah, she's out having a couple of mimosas. She's getting the fucking Eggs
Justin's
Benedicts.
old fucking cop instincts are coming back. He's just like, look, man, was there anything strange going on with Gloria? Why would anyone want to kill her? And she's like, look, only grudge I got is with Willis, all right? So I don't know. You're barking up the wrong tree. I have nothing to do with this.
Well, that is true. And Willis is really pissed at you. He might be out to, disrupt or interfere or just completely disband your cult group.
She's like, Justin, I don't have time. I got to sit with Gloria's body. We got to do Shiva. I don't know. Is that a voodoo thing? You got to, sit with a body until it's buried? I don't know.
I don't know what to trust in some of these movies, so maybe.
So Denny, Willis's girl, she's pissed off because Willis never showed up to that party. So she heads out to his place.
The mansion he's house sitting is, I think, where we arrived at.
Yeah.
Okay.
where you been, African American? And he's like, I've been here.
That's right. Look, she comes in and gets close to him, and he pulls her in for a hug. He's looking like a normal human being here. He's not looking like a vampire, because we know they can disguise it like autists. And pulls her in for a hug. Oh, girl, you're so tense. Let me take you to the back and massage you.
Lays her out on like a chaise lounge, and then he starts
2 weeks in a row.
And then she's like, he starts massaging her, and it feels good. And then she's like, hey, I don't like it. It hurts. She turns around. He's full on vampire. She's like, African American.
Take those fucking
What the
teeth
fuck
out.
you doing?
What are you doing?
Take those candy corns off your fucking teeth, motherfucker.
But he doesn't take them out. In fact, he sinks them in.
Right. And drains her dry. Back to the funeral home. Lisa's sitting there watching over Gloria's body, and then Gloria sits up. She fucking hinges up.
She hinges.
Lisa, come to me, my friend.
King Diamond was inspired by this.
I don't want to hurt you. I want... She's drawing her in with her pussy fog. Yeah, female vampires have pussy fog.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to tell you what that smells like.
One of the first bisexual characters, Pam Grier, in this movie. She's affected by both smog and fog.
Well, yeah.
You know, we've ever talked about how hard that must be. If you can be affected by smog and fog.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't be bisexual. You should pick a side.
Oh, my God.
She's drawing her in, and she's getting ready. She grabs her. She's about to bite her. And then all of a sudden, lightning strike. Boom, boom, boom. French doors open up. It's Blacula.
Cape blowing in the breeze for some reason.
Get your hands off of that woman. She's like, cause she's Blacula's minion. She has to do whatever he says.
How did you do this? How did you arrive just in time? Do you have some kind of microwave timing? Are you Steven Seagal?
One of the many powers of the Blackpire. So he's like, look, woman, I can sense you have incredible voodoo powers. I need you. And she's like, I know I knew you from somewhere. And she remembers back to that premonition. So she knows that he's involved. Like, is it all vampires can be cured of vampirism by voodoo, or just black vampires?
I don't know. This is a very good question. Maybe you have to believe in voodooism before you can be cured by voodooism.
He's like, look, I'd like to explain, but he didn't tell her that, but the sun is rising. He's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
He can feel it crackling. He hears it like bacon on a fresh fry pan.
I need your help. I'll explain everything later. He's doing a Simon from True Lies.
He really is.
And so, cut back to Blacula. He's with his minions. He's made like a million. He's got, like, not a million, dozen people.
He's got like 8 people under his wing now.
And he's like, look, don't you touch Lisa. She's mine. She's under my protection. You are not allowed to. Because he knows Willis and Denny have heat with fucking Lisa.
That's right. So he knows most of this group will go along with everything he says.
Because they don't know who the fuck Lisa is. They don't care.
But Denny and Willis go back to their quarter, and Willis is just like,
he's been totally emasculated in front of his woman.
Thank you.
So he's just like, shit, man. Like, when I get my chance, I'm going to kill that bitch. You know, because she's like, oh, I see where you're taking your orders from. She's like that girlfriend always stirring shit up and getting your ass beat, like fucking with like big dudes. Like, what are you going to do? My boyfriend will take care of your fucking ass.
Yeah.
She's that kind of trifling bitch.
And he's trying to just play it off. I'm just waiting on the inspiration. You know, I don't want this to turn into some kind of fucking Sugar Hill, like I killed the person the same way 3 times in a row. I want to be inspired. I want to come up with something elaborate, like, you know, like a cliff that I paint into a cliffside or something.
You dare! Blacula overhears the conversation. Oh, shit, I ain't going to hurt that bitch. I love her. He actually said that. He said, I love that bitch.
It was good, yeah.
And Danny's like, who the fuck are you? Why don't you stay on your side of the house, Blacula? And he's like, Blacula's like, what the fuck's going on? He looks over at fucking Willis, like, get your bitch in line, dude.
And Willis starts apologizing. Sir, please understand that she is
time of the month, dude. You know it.
He pointed to his wrist, which is the guy code.
Is that kind of a hot thing for vampires?
Menstruation blood?
Yeah, I'm just saying the time of the month. Can they smell it? I mean, interesting.
They say
idea.
bears can, so why wouldn't vampires be able to smell it?
I figured they could. Yeah, they're all about the blood.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, would a vampire want to go down on a woman?
Hey.
on her period.
Maybe we need to ask Monster Mike about this. Maybe that is
that
a
like
thing.
do they wait for that time a month?
That
to
feels
do
like
it?
it'd be a more potent version.
Has there ever been? Because I'm sure there have been vampire movies where they're like doing blood play with like they're making love. Has there ever been a vampire went down on a girl?
There has to be a vampire cosplay.
Like she's like, no, it's my time of the month, and then he's like, I know. And
He
then
winks
his
at
head goes
he
down.
winks at the camera, a la like fucking Family Matters or some shitty sitcom. Next thing you know, he's fucking carpet munching. And he looks back at the camera, face full of blood, and winks again. God damn it! God damn it! This exists. This exists out
It
there.
would have if I was porn.
No,
czar.
if it didn't, it would have. But
No.
see, this is why we needed Murray to be the goddamn porn czar, but Elon ruining every fucking
Elon
thing.
ruins everything. That's the
Not
moral of
only
this
will you
story.
not get your social security checks, but you also will not get that pornographic movie.
So Blacula can see that Willis cannot control this bitch, so he just stares at her, and then she's like, she shuts her fucking mouth.
Willis, you will arrange a room for me and Lisa to have a discussion, a discourse. And
No one is allowed to harm her
No
hair
one.
on her head. All right, Justin has hit the labs. Apparently, he's been deputized again. China O'Brien swore him in
That's right.
because he's doing police work now again.
fuck, man, I forgot all about China.
I guess that
O'Brien.
once you're a cop, you're always a cop. So
Yes, exactly.
he never turned in his gun and badge, so
He
technically he's still a cop.
Yeah, that's how it works.
So he's looking at this is a callback to Sugar Hill.
Hill.
He's looking in a little microscope,
Yeah.
and he's like, "What's going on with these hairs?"
Yeah, the guy's setting him up. He's like, yeah, that's fucked up, these hairs right here. And he's like, oh, these are hairs. I noticed that. But they're such strange hairs. Is this like, this isn't from any kind of known species in the universe. What is it? Well, it's a bat hair. But you're right. We don't know the species.
What kind of bat? A whole new species, man. I don't know. Wouldn't it be vampire bat?
And he's like,
We know that species.
fuck, man. I've had a sneaking suspicion. I got to go hit the occult library.
He doesn't. He's not. He's not aware that there is an occult library because that's Dr. Parker's library. He goes to the regular library,
He goes
which
to
just happens to have an occult section.
That's what I was trying to allude to.
So here's another candidate. Librarian is a white woman, and she leads him right to what he needs to read.
That is my favorite White Snake song. Librarian is a white woman.
Might have to go back to the drawing board with that joke.
Would it be a Sammy Hagar song?
I don't know.
Who would write that song? Jimmy Buffett?
All I know is
Librarian is a white woman.
Fabulous Thunderbirds. So she's like, okay, here's the book. You need this, that, and the other. And see, all you kids with your Wikipedias, where you just get the. He literally spent 2 days at the library reading these thick ass books cover to back.
Justin's red.
And we get the showing the time lapse because like cut away, and then we see a book. There's one book laying there. And we don't see a book. We see a chair that's got a book, and then 3 books.
You got the empty coffee cups and everything.
cigarette ashtray full of cigarettes.
Cigarette,
Because it's the 70s
It's
after
the
all.
70s, yeah. You smoke in the library.
And
of
he's like,
course.
then he just slams it shut. I know everything I need to know about vampires
That's
now.
the irony of the song "Smoking in the Boys' Room." It's like you could smoke anywhere else. Why did you smoke in the boys' room? So it was a question as more of anything else. Nowadays, it'd be like smoking in the boys' room makes sense because you can't smoke anywhere.
Well, thankfully, a year ago, it would be smoking in the boys' or girls' room. Thankfully, it's just the boys' room now.
We ended that.
Okay.
I'm actually getting annoyed that there's 2 genders. Let's just have one gender, people.
Make things a lot simpler.
It would make everything easier. And then think of the bathroom. We could finally end up with a Tango and Cash bathroom. All the bathrooms with the showers.
You really want that?
We could
really
finally
bad.
have that. We could finally have that.
Starship Troopers had that. Maybe
Starship
in the future we will.
Starship Troopers is DEI and it's bullshit.
Okay. So Justin goes back to Harley with his findings. Like, look, it plays out. It's a vampire. Vampire. I think it's that voodoo shit. But you know what? We go back a long time. I'm gonna allow you to explore these ideas.
That's right. So,
Bat hairs, body strains of blood, bite marks. You might be onto something. Another cop comes in, sir. We just got the photos of those pimps that.
this is the best shot of the movie, by the way. And it's just a fucking what's it called, Polaroid of them picking up the body, and it's two doctors lifting a body.
Well, they're EMTs. I don't know
Excuse me, EMTs putting it on a little gurney.
We need to go back to that, like the white uniforms that they
We
used
really
to wear.
do. Not enough uniform. Why are EMTs wearing athletic wear?
Why is everyone wearing athletic wear?
We went to
I saw a guy. I'm glad you brought this up.
Okay.
People are like
116. We're doing great.
Okay. I saw a guy at a place yesterday. I thought it was Pete for a second. But I was like, I double take because he's wearing a fucking sweat outfit that probably costs a few $100s. That's what kills me about these.
Yeah.
So you pay a lot of money to look like a slob.
Yes.
Because he had, I don't think they were Timberlands, but they were Timberland-esque boots. It was like a pumpkin color. It was kind of a brownish orange.
Yeah, okay.
Horrible. It was pumpkin pie color, I would say. You know, pumpkin pie is kind of brownish.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it was like white dude, because obviously we're talking about our friend Pete. But it wasn't Pete. But I was for a second, I was like, what the fuck is Pete dressing like? Because so he'd be like an older, middle-aged guy on top of it. So he looked even more ridiculous. He's dressed like a child.
Yeah.
So he had his sweatpants tucked into his Timberlands. Gold chains, like long gold chains. That like went down to his fucking belly button.
Yeah.
Fucking like baseball cap. Horrible look. And like childish look.
Sweats, athletic wear, especially since
expensive sweats on top of it.
It's such.
I could see if you're just like, I'm not leaving the house today. I'll just put my sweats on. But you're like, no, I'm leaving my house and I'm going to show off.
Yeah.
By wearing my pumpkin pie colored fucking sweat outfit. It's an outfit. It's like head to toe pumpkin pie color.
Man, I don't go out in sweats. It happened one time because it was before I had a drawer.
You were going to a strip club, yeah.
I was going to the strip club. Yeah. It was before I had a drawer over at Genevieve's, where now it's like I store some shit, but I didn't have normal pants, and she was like, "Well, we have all these groceries to go get. Aren't you gonna go with me?" And I had fucking sweatpants on. I was like, "Oh, I guess I'll go." I did not like it. I felt like everybody was looking at me like, look at this motherfucker wearing sweatpants. Everybody in the store is wearing sweatpants, but I was like, everyone's noticing me wearing sweatpants.
Yours were like cheap sweatpants. That's what they were looking down on.
Well, they were like cheap sunglasses, and also my dick was hanging out of them.
So yeah, the bodies, the pimp bodies, aren't showing up because they're vampire bodies. What's the rule on vampires? Like, are you immediately a vampire when you get drained? I thought it was like you had to die and then resurrected.
According to Anne Rice, who is my
authority,
on vampires, you don't just bite into them; you have to feed back into them.
That makes more sense because
it makes a lot more sense.
If it was just a bite, which some movies do that,
it's like a blood transfusion.
There'd be millions of fucking vampires.
It's a blood transfusion.
Like you'd have to kill them.
Like you have to leave some of their own blood in there, and then you have to mix in your vampire blood, and then your vampire molecules take over, your cells take over, and then they become a vampire. But they have to go through a rest period. So that's the technology I go with for vampire.
But Justin's like, see, my theory makes sense now. And he's like, Harley's like, God damn it, you're right.
So we cut to Justin hosting Blacula because they have a lot in common with
They set up that meeting at the party.
Oh yeah,
so,
you're right.
Blacula doesn't know that he has an ulterior motive. He thinks he's just going to look at that African art that he has.
And he's got a very fine port to pour.
Was it port?
Of course, ports are red.
Well, a lot of things are red.
You're right. There are a lot of reds, but port is specifically a red. So he's like,
he has to do that.
I've got this port to pour, and he's like, I like how you emphasize each one of those letters, so I know you're saying port to pour.
Port to pour.
Thank you. And he sees that fucking deep red, and he's like, Blacula.
He's trying to lure the vampire out.
Would you like a glass of your... Oh, no, I do not drink.
I had McDonald's on the way over.
I had some of those nuggies that I love so... so...
Well, you know what? This is a very...
Sidebar?
It's a very quick movie. A chicken tender place called Raising Cane opened up in Canton. And people are losing their mind. What is wrong with people? It's just chicken tenders.
God.
You're going to line up for an hour?
I love bullshit food. Me and Dave, when we were in Colorado a few years back now, like 2 years back now, we were just like, God, we got to get some fucking food. And we went to Raising Cane's. It's the worst menu possible.
It's just chicken tenders, right?
It's chicken tender meals. You can't even just get I just wanted to get 10 chicken tenders, and if I didn't eat them all, I disagree with you. I want to go back to those days where you sell one thing you're really fucking good at instead of 12 things. No.
You can get nuggies at Taco Bell now, for fuck's sake.
I want that to be a thing too. I want to go to a place that specializes in one thing, and that's the one thing I get there. Raising Cane's does one thing, and it's mediocre at best. They don't give you just...
I heard their sauces were the draw.
Okay, that could be true, and you know me.
Yeah, you don't like
I want it dry.
Yeah.
I want to put it in my mouth and just dehydrate.
Did you get a Texas toast with it?
Well, yeah, because they don't allow you to get a la carte just chicken. You have to get it with the meal, which is the worst part, because it's just fodder. It's just bread and more carbs, and they're like, that's the $9 upcharge there. It's bullshit, and the chicken's not that good, and it's like, okay, it's bread that you kind of fried with a little bit of butter. It's bullshit. So of course we're losing our mind. We lost our minds over Sheetz, the gas station that went up. This is what we're doing. This is how we end up with Trump and muskrats, people, is that we lose our mind over fast food. The food that in a month you'll be going there and getting all your therapy session out on some guy making $12 an hour, yelling at him about how he's a terrible human being because he cooks chicken for a living.
Back to our
story. I hate...
Justin is playing a kind of a cat and mouse game with Blacula, trying to draw out... See, I try to expose him. It's kind of like on Fright Night when they went over at his place and were trying to draw...
Yes, good call. And also, good movie, and I'd like to put that in my mind.
So, he's like, I've been reading lately about a cat named Dracula. You ever heard of him?
He shakes a little bit, and he's just like, no, can't say I have. Tell me more.
Do you think they say the way to kill a vampire is a stake through the heart? Do you think that would work?
Friend, I got to tell you, I think you should pour me a glass of my own.
Well, he's talking, he's like fondling that glass of port.
He's doing some Drago.
And he's just like...
Which, by the way, Murray's been watching a Drago feature. Woo, it's steamy.
We want to talk about... Sidebar. I have to talk about this now.
Guys, there's 3 paragraphs left. We're almost done.
Yeah, we're almost done. Yes. Griff, do you think it's possible to have a boner and be terrified at the exact same time?
It's happened to me so many times.
Because I went to the secondhand store I go to all the time to get fodder for our show. I picked up the movie Mirror, Mirror 3. I'm not aware. I've not seen the first 2. It's an erotic thriller. You heard me right.
Yeah.
Erotic thriller starring Billy Drago. There are 5, count them, 5 sex scenes in them, and Billy's in 4 of them. They're pretty smart about it though, because the woman is always on top.
Yeah.
So she's always blocking Billy.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to see his weird Gollum body.
We just want to see his hands acting.
And I'm glad you pointed it out, because when I think about it, this is probably the first Billy Drago movie I've ever seen where he's the star. He's always like some goon in the movies. So I'm glad, because I don't think I would have picked up on it like you picked up on it, his hand acting.
Yes.
Because I'm not kidding, Griff. He is hand acting the fuck out of it. There's a scene where he's literally just talking to a cop and he's sitting on some steps and his hands are in constant motion.
He's conducting the motion,
he's telling it totally. He's like lying to the cop, but telling the truth with his hands. Like it's
amazing.
Really amazing. But yeah, it was terrifying. It was much scarier than Blacula Scream.
I love it. So Murray, Blacula has accepted a glass of his own. Yes, sir,
Well,
please.
before he does, he's like, doesn't this fine port, this aged port, look a lot like blood? And you don't have one of those ports. Port.
He starts playing with his collar a little bit, Blacula does. And you know, that's the international sign of, I'm getting a little uncomfortable here. So he gets a glass of his own, and Justin starts asking Blacula, hey, you know, we never talked about this. You're new in town. Where are you staying?
You know, young man, I would advise you, if you were smart, you'd stop asking so many questions. Return to your books and never dare face a vampire. You will find they are more dangerous than you think they are.
Well, I got to tell you, and he doesn't quite go look man, but man, he's trying to put up a strong front. Because if he said look man right here, Blacula's going to kill him. And he knew better. I'm going to find a vampire. I know one's lurking out there. I'm going to kill it.
And then he's like, yeah, that might be a harder job than you think, young man. Sorry, I have to leave.
We cut to Blacula visiting Lisa.
Finally, he said he was going to explain things, and he does. He's like, look, woman, I am a vampire, but I don't want to be a vampire. I have been tormented for hundreds. No, he hasn't. He's been tormented for like a couple weeks because he was I guess being locked in a coffin for 200 years would be torment.
Murray, we got to think about this because, you know, the ultimate question is what happens to our fucking consciousness, our brain when our body goes on us. What's been floating around for Blacula? Is his brain still thinking its thoughts?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, he's still...
he's not alive. He's undead, but he's still in his mortal shell.
So
his immortal shell.
Yeah, so for however long, whether he's alive, whether
you got
he's
a lot
dead,
of time to think when you're locked in a coffin for 200 years.
Sarcophagus?
Sarcophagus.
Oh my God.
So apparently he pulls this out of his ass. He's just like, I need you to exorcise this evil spirit, aka vampirism, out of my body. I never knew that was a way to get rid of a vampire.
Right.
There are theories that if you kill the master, then you will revert back to human.
This is our Castlevania 2 plot, people. I need you to use your voodoo powers to return me to be a human. Help me return to my homeland.
She agrees. So this is where it gets weird because, like, I'm not feeling any. I mean, as good as these two people are, I feel no chemistry. Usually in this movie, they would be like, I want to be with you.
Yeah.
I want you to turn me human so we can love each other. And I won't feel the urge to turn you into a vampire.
Yeah.
But no, none of that. She's like, all right, I'll help you.
We haven't even seen her do any kind of voodoo shit yet. She just is there for people who are dead. And so I guess that's kind of her motive here is like, I'm there for people who are dead. Even though you're new to my life, you have an art appreciation on the level with me. So.
Well, she's because normies think of voodoo as being an evil black art. And
Correct.
she's like, no, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to use it for what it's meant for. The Loa is meant to help, not to hurt.
Taking it back.
So what does she do? She gathers her Prince Mamawalde voodoo doll, which was awesome. I want this prop. If it's got to be out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Some collector has to
And
have
it's a
it.
bullshit movie, so you might be able to just grab it.
Yeah.
And of course, that's when the police come and
the
knock.
po-po show up, and they go, ma'am, we have a warrant to
They
bring
have a
you.
warrant for arrest. See,
bring-
this is why I'm not so sure about Harley.
How do we know he maybe
Because he was putting the boots to her.
maybe Justin called it in because he wanted to get her arrested to keep her safe.
Anyways, cops
In
are
fact,
there.
you know what? No.
Oh.
I'm sticking up for Harley because he actually says that later. He's like, I wanted to keep her safe. That's why I had the warrant put out for her when they go to the house.
You know what? You're right. You are
Yeah.
dead on. You know what?
Yeah.
I didn't want to listen to you. I actually got up. I did a lap. And I was like, serenity now. Serenity now. Murray's talking bullshit again. He really wants to force this. You're dead on. In this movie, Justin says, I wanted to keep her safe.
So just as the cops are about to take her away, Blacula shows up, beats the fuck out of them.
Stop. I may have to show you the might of these mighty hands.
And I will say, one was black, one was white. So Blacula at least is
It's even. And also, he throws each of them through a window.
So he takes Lisa back to his crib so they can do the fucking ritual. So Justin and Harley are checking out. There's a funeral home where Gloria was.
Because
at.
remember, Justin's trying to prove to Harley about vampirism.
Right.
So they're going to go check out Gloria's.
And her body's missing. And first, I think it's alien abduction because it happened in Miami Vice. But that's Harley's like, all right, I'm still not buying it.
I did notice a napkin with BBT written on it. So Big Booty Trudy clearly came by and claimed this corpse for herself.
That's Harley's explanation because he's like, what's the logic? Is that Occam's razor? What is the
Occam's razor? Yeah.
The most logical explanation is usually
the simplest
one. Yeah.
And when you see a BBT napkin just hanging out there, you assume Trudy, Big Booty Trudy, Sunday's episode, everybody go listen to it, has been by. We don't know what she's doing with these corpses, but.
So Harley gets a call from the cops that were sent to pick her up, and they're like, dude, some fucking big black guy beat the shit out of us. Lisa's not there. So now we're at the house that Willis is house sitting.
Right.
She set up the altar. She's got the voodoo doll out. She takes a little snip of Blacula's hair because you need that for a voodoo doll.
We got it. Cool. She said it. She smelled it. Good juju. We learned that last week, people. I'm not doing anything weird here. That's what Sugar Hill said.
Yeah, you get the scent of shea butter.
Yeah.
And so as they're doing the ritual, the minions rise from their grave. I guess they sense some fucking cops are going to show up. I don't know what, but they rise up. And so now we have vampires loose in the house.
Sounds like a good 80s sitcom, a horror comedy kind of movie.
Bunch of cops roll up. And like Harley's like, all right. Whenever you feel, just say I feel threatened, and then you can shoot whoever you want in this house.
Also, no, you can't shoot anybody. He goes over and finds some.
Justin says that.
Justin finds some dilapidated wood.
He finds it's supposed to be like a fence, like a picket fence,
and he's like, "Okay, this is perfect. Everybody, pull off a piece of this picket."
And everybody's like, "Hey, I've never killed somebody this way." They don't even know anything about vampires. They're like, "Can we kill people with fucking stakes through the heart?"
Sorry, let me get this right. You're a black man instructing us to take these stakes and kill potentially black people. And you're saying we're going to get away with it scot-free.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Let's do it. These are not the good ones, people.
Back to the ritual. She's fine. I mean, if the close-up, if I didn't know what was going on because they're just close up to faces, I would say these two are fucking right now because they're just like sweaty. And
the huffing, the puffing, the sweating. There is some kind of interdimensional connection happening here.
Lisa, I guess, likes to dry like you because she pulls out some cornmeal and puts a circle around the voodoo doll.
I'm glad you said it. Where most people reach for lubricant, I reach for cornmeal and just coat my dick in it, and it just.
I feel bad for your fucking God.
Well,
man.
Genevieve, and so it just like drips off your dick because it's dry. But I don't know. It's something.
Well, I thought cornmeal is supposed to like it's
absorb moisture.
Yeah.
Well. I don't know if you've touched your dick lately, but usually it's
did
not.
It earlier today when I was pissing.
Usually,
they're sweating. They're in a fucking sweat lodge, basically.
Oh, you're saying he's got so much sweat on his dick that the cornmeal will stick to it.
He's got swamp ass.
He's got swamp ass.
Louisiana swamp ass.
Well, yeah, it's a good point. That's a good point.
All I know is she gets some juju water, pours it on the. All right, the ritual is. They're in the middle of the ritual. So the cops, they're going around the house. They're bumping into vampires, like fucking normal guys just there, like who's just taking care of the like lawn. Stabs them. Hey, I got another vampire.
Yeah. And then we just get some fodder kills. Couple cops being taken out the vampires to establish
nice
the
move
threat.
by Justin. He recycles a stake.
Yes.
He stabs somebody with it,
Breaks
snaps
it
off
off.
the end, and hits the guy with the other end.
I agree. That was a great fucking touch.
Harley gets a kill in. He looks over. He sees an axe. He's like, I can use that.
And then we get to some griffing around. Justin is just like, what am I going to use next?
Why is there a crossbow in this?
It's a goddamn video game at this point, and he finds a fucking crossbow.
So he's like, hey, this is cool. Like, there's like, we just
Went in a vampire's house. So Willis finds himself on the wrong end.
Well, we see Justin's at the top of the staircase,
Yes.
and he sees Denny and Willis at the bottom of it.
Correct.
Vamped out. And so he's like, fuck, I'm going to try it out. So he shoots Willis in the shoulder because it's the first time he's ever shot a crossbow.
That's right.
So Willis, Night of the Living Dead's it and slowly walks towards our guy. So he has enough time to reload the crossbow, and he hits Willis in the heart.
And then he looks down and he recognizes Denny. And he's reloading. And she's marching forward. And Justin's showing restraint. Denny, come to.
You can't kill a woman, no.
Yeah.
Man.
And thankfully, a white cop shows up and goes, "Your life is in threat!" And stabs her.
Yeah.
And he doesn't just stop there, but let's just leave it at that.
The ritual is at a fever pitch now, Griff. Sweat is everywhere. Cornmeal flying for days.
Oh, my God.
Justin kicks in the door, fucking up the whole ritual.
Look, I push for this to be a Feats and Scale scene with all the cornmeal and the sweat, but Murray said, no, Griff, this is not sexy.
I said save it up for Mirror Mirror 3.
Okay.
We're going to probably break it.
Well, just you describing to me, we usually text each other with words, just letters and shit, a text.
Yeah.
But Murray described it to me, and I'm sorry.
I described it with eggplant emojis.
No, you fucking sent me a voicemail describing a scene, and I had to remove myself. I had to ignore the fact that you're my male friend.
Pull out some cornmeal and go to town.
It's a potent voice, is all I'm trying to say.
Blacula justifiably is pissed off because he's trying to end all this shit. So he's like, if that's true, then why was he making minions? Why not just kill them after he drains them of their blood?
What's the point?
Or can he? I don't know. We were talking about 15 minutes ago. What are the rules for?
What?
Apparently, if you get bit, you become a vampire.
Oh no, that was an Always Sunny episode. What are the rules? What are the fucking rules?
So Blacula is furious.
He's throwing Justin around the room and everything, but Lisa steps in front, of Justin. We can start over. Let's just get up. Let's go. Let's find another safe place, and we can finish this fucking
she doesn't
thing.
want Blacula to kill her boyfriend. So
That's
she's
right.
like, look, we can do this. We can work this out. So they're making their way out to go to some more secluded place. Cops bump into Blacula. He easily dispatches them, but he's like losing his shit. He's getting the fucking pork chop sideburns.
That's right. He's getting.
And it's freaking Lisa. She's never seen this, like him out of control. He's always been cool.
Harley's even stepping in with that fucking axe. He's trying to help out.
He gets fucked up. He gets bitch slapped to death.
Yeah.
Blacula is losing his shit. Lisa is terrified. He's like,
I can't harm you.
yeah. He's like totally maniac. He's like, what's wrong, bitch? Why are you scared of me? I would never harm you. I need you.
He found his calm voice again too.
And this is the best part of the movie. Justin goes, "Hey, Prince Mamawalde." No. It's Blacula! He kindly reclaims his name. What used to be a slur is now a powerful thing. It's like the N-word when black people use it. Is that it? Can only Blaculas call other Blaculas Blacula?
I think it might be. You
All
could say.
All right. How many times did we say Black? We've used up our fucking days.
Oh
ration,
shit! If
dog.
Blacula, we gotta check in with the muskrat on that one. But all I can say right now, he's taking it back.
Does he gorilla press Justin? Because he does gorilla. It's so awful because it's that obvious stuntman, and the guy's got like darker skin. He doesn't look anything like William Marshall. But he's ready to kill Justin, and then remember, she's gotten the hair from Blacula, and she has the voodoo doll.
That's Juju.
So she starts just stabbing it, and it's like, ah! And then it just freeze frames. And I think the reason they did that because they're like, look, if this is a hit and we do another one, I don't want to have to explain bringing him back. So we'll just say she was just hurting him with the fucking voodoo doll.
You didn't expect it, people, but that's where it fucking ends. I told you we only had a few paragraphs when we were sidebarring and sidetracking, and look at that, Murray. It's gonna be a fucking 95-minute movie.
Good. People actually listen.
We might keep an audience for Blaxploitation History Month.
Well, we definitely will next week, Griff, because it's the 350th episode of Golan-Globus Theater. They said it could never be done.
I have it on a certain authority that we won't be the only two muscular, great-looking gentlemen in this audience.
Well, here's the thing. We always do big movies when we hit a 50 number.
Yes.
But unfortunately, we've done Shaft, we've done all the ones everybody knows, the big ones. And also, since we're doing blaxploitation horror, this movie technically it came out in the 90s, so it's technically not blaxploitation, but the main character's roots are most definitely in blaxploitation.
Correct.
He's a comic book character who was created in the 70s.
Okay.
He takes on creatures of the night.
Okay, this works.
And here's the thing. Griff and I, we're too busy getting pussy to be like nerds. So we have to call in our comic nerd friend for this one because he'll explain it to us. We don't know about this world. We're like, the fuck you talking about? Superman, Batman. Our buddy and person of color, technically. Because we're like Griffin. It's February. Griffin and I look like ghosts. This dude still has a golden brown tan. And when we say that, what we're talking about. It's Thunderlats.
The
Joe
Tan
Coleman.
Lantern.
Joe Coleman is showing up to talk about Blade. We've never had Wesley Snipes on, have we?
Nope. We talked about this last week. We've never done a Snipes.
So we did a vampire this week. We're doing a vampire hunter next week. But it has all the hallmarks of blaxploitation. Black protagonists. Evil white vampires.
Correct.
So you will still be at home. And for all you people who's like, I can't, it's the same kind of people who are like, I don't want to watch a black and white movie. I can't watch a 70s movie.
Yeah.
Well, we're giving you, we're spoon feeding you a little something here for our 350th.
Little something.
So you better fucking show up because this is a big episode, big guest, big movie. Keep it warm.